Moving on to Korea, and this takes place about elections and safety procedures. The U.S. they kind of canceled state-by-state elections because they were worried of the virus spread. Sometimes they try to take things, in my opinion, too extreme. They shut everything down, cancel everything, versus safety measures, precautions. So anyway, so Korea itself has a president. His name is Moon Jae-hee currently. But unlike America president, they get elected every 5 years and they only serve one term. Moon Jae-hee came in office around 2017. But so 2023 he'll leave. But they still have their government elections every so often. In this case, they are having their elections today. And to make sure the elections go well, they are using plastic gloves at the polls. So America can learn from this, and so can all the other countries. So all voters must wear plastic gloves at the polling stations during Wednesday's general election as a precaution against the virus spread. But many people are voicing concerns about the impact on the environment. Lovely. You know, Mask-clad voters upon arriving at one of the 14,300 poll stations across the nation first hand to disinfect their hand had to disinfect their hands with a sanitizer that is provided by the election officials and then put on the disposable gloves before casting their ballot. After voting, the plastic gloves have to be discarded in a designated bin outside of the station. In an unprecedented situation of an election to pick up 300 lawmakers coinciding with the pandemic prevention measures are needed to keep the virus at bay. But there are concerns that a huge piles of discarded gloves could cause significant harm to the environment, not to mention the millions of disposable masks used are thrown away too. That's true. So this isn't mentioned, but yes, when you go outside, all the Koreans wear disposable masks. And honestly, plastic gloves, you can burn them. I burn sandwich baggies all the time. What's the problem with that? So yeah, I wanted to bring that up. So and it's also kind of funny. It almost sounds like one side of the political party is trying to tell people either come vote and get sick, or better yet, stay home, don't vote, so we can have our way with your country. They're trying to shame you. There's always some party is trying to pick on the locals with irrational thinking. Korea actually has a very high voter turnout rate, one of the highest in the world, actually. I received two gloves that I wore for like less than 5 minutes, said Yoon Ji-hae, 32-year-old office worker who voted in Seoul this morning. I understand the requirement because of the possibility to spread of the virus, but all of these gloves are going to be thrown away. This could be problematic. If all 44 million eligible voters will head to the polls, a total of 88 million plastic gloves will be used, which is as the height of this 763 buildings. By the way, 63 is the second, maybe the tallest building still in Korea, but I do know they're building a new building that maybe is done by now that's taller. So it might be the first or second biggest building in South Korea. Said the local NGO, Korea Zero Waste Movement, in a statement, saying voters should be allowed to bring their own gloves from home instead, based off of the last parliament election with 58% turnout. So I'm going to stop there. Like she said, we should be able to bring our own gloves. So, what do you think? First, do you think gloves should be used? And yes or no? And do you think people should be able to use their personal gloves? Yes or no? Leave your comments below. The way I see it, that their gloves could be anywhere and they could have many viruses. So I think no, use official gloves there. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Well, that will conclude Loyal World News. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Feel free to like, subscribe, or drop a comment below. If you're on the go, listen to my podcast with the link provided in the description. I will see you tomorrow to share more world news.